Friends, let's recap what we have done up till now before proceeding further. So, as you see in this sheet, we already had discussed about pure resistive circuits, pure inductive circuits, and pure capacitive circuits. Now, in the case of pure resistive circuits, voltage is V is equal to V naught sine omega t, current is I is equal to I naught sine omega t, and I naught is equal to V naught by R, and V and I in simple terms are in the same, have the same phase. There is no phase difference in them. Coming on to pure inductive, V is equal to V naught sine omega t. I is basically lagging behind by 90 degree. So I is equal to I naught sine omega t minus pi by 2. And I naught is equal to V naught by XL. Okay. What is XL? XL is nothing but omega L. L is inductance. Omega is what? 2 pi by T, which is angular velocity, and 2 pi, or I can say 2 pi FL, and V and I. Okay. Coming on to pure capacitive, it is V is equal to V naught sine omega t, and I is equal to I naught sine omega t plus pi by 2. So a thing to remember is, in this case, in capacitive case, the angle is plus pi by 2. It is leading, the current is leading by 90 degree, pi by 2 angle. I naught is equal to V naught by XL XC. Similar to, here it was XL, here it is XC. Okay, XC is nothing but 1 by omega C, and again here I is leading, and I and V, the angle is 90 degree, and I is leading, V is lagging behind. Here V is leading, I is I is here and V is here. Okay, basically my apologies, in fact I said opposite. Here current is lagging behind by 90 degree. Current is lagging behind by 90 degree. Okay, here voltage is lagging behind, and current is leading by 90 degree. Okay, so just remember this is very important, and that's why I have summarized right at the beginning of the lecture, so that going forward we would be using it extensively. Now there is another way of summarizing everything, which will just condense whatever we have done up till now. So this is the way I have broken it up. If we talk about pure resistor means in the circuit there is only a pure resistor, and there is of course the AC supply here, and the flow of the current is here. In this case, both current and potential are in the same phase. Correct. Now, in that case, if V is equal to V naught sine omega t, then current would be I is equal to I naught sine omega t. Correct. And I naught will be equal to V naught by R. Okay. And as I said, I am writing it here that current and potential are in same phase. Coming on to pure inductor. In pure inductor, there is a circuit whereas we have a AC supply, and there is only the inductor here. Okay, V is equal to V naught sine omega t, and in this case current lags potential by 90 degree. Remember, this is very important. Current, and here also current. Okay, current lags potential by 90 degree. So current lags means potential is 90 degree ahead of current. Okay, we can put it this way. Now if I have to write that, I will write, because it was V is equal to V naught sine omega t, I is equal to I naught sine omega t minus pi by 2. Okay, now similar to this, I naught is equal to V naught by something similar to resistance. Correct. But in this case it is XL, it is noted by XL, and this is called as inductive reactance. Okay, inductive reactance. Now XL is equal to omega L. This XL is nothing but omega L. Omega is 2 pi F, and the unit of this is ohms. Now coming on to pure capacitor. Pure capacitor is in this case, the circuit has only a capacitor with current here. V is equal to V naught sine omega t. I and V, in this case, remember, current leads potential by 90 degree. See, in this case, current lags. In this case, both were same. Here leads. Okay. Now, I is equal to I naught sine omega t plus pi by 2. Correct? Plus pi by 2. I naught is equal to V naught by Xc, which is capacitive reactance. Now, Xc is something similar to XL, similar to R. Correct? And what is the unit of R? Ohms. So, this is ohms. But because this is because of capacitance, it is called capacitive reactance. Okay. This was because of induction here. It was inductive reactance. Okay. Remember, reactance is both this and this, but this case it is capacitive reactance, this is inductive reactance, and of course this is resistance, right? But in this case, Xc is equal to 1 by omega c. Omega is again, as I said, 1 by 2 pi, omega is 2 pi f, so 1 by 2 pi fc, correct? So, in this case, we can summarize, a pure resistor, pure inductor, and pure capacitor, circuits. Now, the derivation of each of these we have already discussed in our and derived in our previous lessons. What we will do is we will extensively study first this and this, the combination of this and this, and later we will study about this a few cases about this as well, but the basis would be these three what I have summarized it here. Okay. Now let's take this series LR circuit and let's talk about it. Now this is the circuit diagram of it. There is a resistor and an inductor, both are in series. Now let's say the flow of the direction of the current is in this direction, and the current is I is equal to I naught sine omega t. Okay, this is the AC supply, and again this is resistor, inductor. Now imagine the potential difference across the resistor is VR, and potential difference across inductor is VL. Now we can say the potential difference at R as a function of time is equal to V naught, correct, R sine omega t. Now why it is sine omega t? Because we are talking about resistor and the current, resistance and the current both are in same phase. We know it, we have studied it, so we can write it this way. So let me repeat, the potential difference across the resistor as a function of time is equal to V naught, which is the max voltage of the resistor, into sine omega t, correct. Similarly, now the inductor, in inductor we can say VL as a function of time is equal to V naught L sine omega t plus pi by 2. Why? Because as we know, in inductor the current lags, when the current lags, then potential difference is, or the potential is ahead by how much? Pi by 2 degrees or radians. Okay. Now students, if we check, let's say, equation number 1 and equation number 2. So what we will realize is that equation number 1 is what? It's the potential at R with respect to t, and it is at the phase is, or the angle is omega t. Similarly, for the inductance, the phase is omega t plus pi by 2, correct. So what is the phase difference in this? It is 90. So if we put it in a graphical or the phasor diagram, then we can say, if we see, this is V naught R, this is V naught R, correct? And the current is of course also in this direction, right? And if this is R, then again this is plus pi by 2. So this is what? This is V naught L. Now if we have to, so see, this potential, this is supplying some potential, correct? Let's say it's something like, V is equal to V naught sine something, correct? Let's say, okay. Now if we have to find a relation between this peak value and the peak value of this and this, we can say, the peak value of inductor is this, resistance is this. We cannot just add it up in the normal way because the angle between them is a 90 degree, as we can see in the phasor diagram. So we have to represent in the vector form. So if we have to check overall, VO, then it will be something like this. Correct? Now, with this, I can say V naught square is equal to, V naught R square plus V naught L square, correct? Further, I can say V naught is equal to V naught R square plus V naught L square, correct? Now, after this step, now note it. We know that I naught is equal to V naught by V naught R by R. Okay. See, I naught is equal to V naught resistor by R plus, this is 1. The second equation, let me put it this way. Second equation is I naught is equal to V naught L by XL. Correct? Again, see, this is, we can directly, V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. So we can say the peak value or of the current is equal to V naught, the potential across this, the peak potential divided by resistor. Correct? Similarly, for the inductor, we can say current is equal to potential by XL. Correct? Okay, because this behaves just like a resistor. In resistors it is R, but in inductor it is omega L, which is XL. Okay, now if we replace these two values in this, we can see that it is I naught square R square plus I naught square XL square. Simple mathematics, just taken I naught outside and this become XL square plus R square. Now, okay, now if we check, this is of the form V is equal to IR. So this should behave like a resistance, something like a resistance. So I would say, let me mark it with a different pen. This will be something like resistance, like R. Okay. So we represent it as V naught is equal to I naught Z, and Z is impedance. Now students, if you see this figure, this graph, so you will see that basically, this can be redrawn. Let's say if I redraw the same thing, and in place of V naught L, okay, in place of V naught L, I can put IXL. Correct? From where? From here. Correct? Similarly, I can put here in place of V naught R, I can put I naught, this is I naught R. Okay, now go back to this equation and you will see that basically I naught is here also, but we don't see, impedance is slightly different. Why? So if we take this off, if we take, let's say, this off, it becomes XL and R, and impedance is nothing but here, something which is a vector, vector direction of the resultant of XL and R. This angle is phi, and we can say, okay, we can say that first current lags behind potential by phi only. See, earlier it was, the angle was 90 degree, but what happened was this tried to keep same. However, this tried to, here there was a lag of 90 degree. So the resultant was somewhere in between, and in between we are assuming the angle is phi. Current lags behind potential by only phi. Here 10 phi, as you can see by simple geometry, 10 phi is XL by R, and Z is under root XL square plus R square. Okay, now the most important thing here is, if you can just understand this, then this, and finally from where this impedance is coming. I think you are done with this derivation. Okay.